for you do another function and we lose it. So usually it'll bring it up and tell you, do you want to create another file? Yes, I do. Okay? When you cut and paste, it doesn't give you that option. Now you can always create another file, and we've gone through that. Remember? Where you go into Alt-D, it brings you in, remember? And it brings you into a flashing little thing. Y'all remember that? Okay? And then you create the file, and it's going to say, you name the file whatever you want it to, and it says, this file does not exist. Do you want this file? Yes. Push yes. Are you sure you want to create this file? So it tells you twice. It gives you the option of, are you sure you want to create this file? Yes, I do. Then you go in and create it.
Paste and read insert text into the file in which your cursor is located. Paste inserts the text from the clipboard, whereas read inserts text from a file. So if you select read, you'll have to indicate the file whose contents you want to insert.
Does that make sense to you? So when you're reading something, it's coming in from somewhere else. It's coming in after you just separated it. Okay? Does that make sense? It's not the same as cut and paste anymore.
One final note, there are similar block functions in your Eclipse dictionaries and note files. The block function commands that you use in your text documents will perform a related function in your dictionaries and note files.
Got that? Yes. No. So you can do the same with this, the BC, the BP, BX, all of those things, okay? Or I just keep it simple. I do the Control C and the Control V. You can do whatever you want, okay?
Let's see how to split files or merge files. In this example, I'd like to split out the testimony that occurred after lunch. I'll place my cursor where I want the new file to begin and start marking. Then I'll press Control Page Down to go to the end of the file.
So if you know that you want to go to the end, that's a cool way of going, because you could be talking about 100 pages worth of stuff. Control Page Down. Goes to the end.
And either click on the separate icon or go to the block menu or use speed key Shift Control X. When I name and open the file, I will of course be deleting text from one document and transferring it into another. It's now a separate transcript as I wanted. Now just the opposite example. I want to merge the morning and afternoon sessions. So I'll place my cursor at the end of the morning file and use the read command to read one file into another. Of course, it's also on the block menu, and the speed key is...
So it's Alt-R to read. Okay? Alt-R is also going to bring your block files in. Remember this. It's important. Alt-R is going to bring your block files in. And that's what it's telling you right here. Okay, so it's your other files, and you're going to see why.
Okay,
Alt-R.
Huh?
your block files are the ones that you made using the create and separate, or the write and separate?
Your block files, what we call block files, are like the sworn in, sworn.
Right. Got it.
Lunch and recess,
Nice.
all of those.
Okay.
Those are kind of your block files, and I'm going to give those to you later when we
Okay.
need to.
Great. That's fun.
Mighty. All right. So remember that Alt-R is read. Okay?
The
So that's where it brings in this. Okay? So add an attorney, break, confer, sworn, if you move this thing over, sworn, title pages, certificate page, all of that stuff. Lunch break.
The only thing tricky here is that if you're using a block files folder, which is a good idea, you'll need to look in your jobs folder to find the transcript that you want to merge. Now my morning and afternoon testimony are in a single file.
You see that? Got that? No?
Well, I think I do.
Well, tell me if you don't, because this is kind of important stuff.
Well, when he was like, but you'll have to go to your job dictionary or whatever, I think that part was like.
Okay. Let me back up. It's probably right.
Let's see how to Shift Control X. When I name and open the file, I will of course be deleting text from one document and transferring it into another. It's now a separate transcript.
So what it's going to do is it's going to put it in your transcript file. So when you mark that thing where you separate it, I don't suggest you do that, whatever. But if you do, you can, okay? And that's what it's telling you right here, okay? But you can also create a file by going into the transcript too. Remember, that's an Alt-D, takes you into transcript. Alt-D is the same thing as going into transcript. That's just a shortcut for this icon. And you can create that file, okay? So once you've created that file, it's already in there. So now that's kind of like a block file too, okay? Does that make sense? But your block files, and I'll show you, and they just kind of showed them here when they were switching it.
It's now a separate transcript.
See where it says block files? The block files is like lunch, sworn, title pages, certificate pages, all of those little things that we create, where it already has the setup, it already has the input boxes, where the highlighted boxes where you go in, put the names in, it changes the dates, names, all those things, remember? That's going to be in your block files. But all of these, because it has a little blue thing, shows that it's a transcript.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's what the little different things is. This is showing it as a folder. It's a folder full of other things. This is a separate transcript. Okay?
As I wanted. Now just the opposite example. I want to merge the morning and afternoon sessions. So I'll place my cursor at the end of the morning file and use the read command to read one file into another. Of course, it's also on the block menu, and the speed key is Alt-R. The only thing tricky here is that if you're using a block files folder, which is a good idea, you'll need to look in your jobs folder.
So if you're looking for a job, then you'll have to open this little box and go into a job folder where the job is. If not, Alt-R automatically opens your block files, which you're gonna have and you're gonna need. So it's automatically gonna open your block files. Don't freak out. All you have to do is come in here, go into your user, which is your name, and then it's gonna bring up your transcripts, okay?
To find the transcript that you want to merge. Now my morning and afternoon testimony are in a single file.
Got it?
Got it, that's good.
That's good stuff. So they tell them right here, okay, let me ask you to take a look at the document I've just marked. So they took a little recess right there. So you do an Alt-R. I think it's...
Discuss.
Yeah, it might be discuss. I don't see anything here. And see how I put that in there?
Nice.
See? You don't have to go through and create this whole thing. Those are called block files. Okay? So when you go in there, you do what? How do you get in your block files? Alt-R. So go in there and look at that. You know, you have bench, clients, direct, examination, further examination, lunch, read back, sworn. So let's just put it in there. Let's just say, you know what? Ma'am, come on up. You're going to be the next witness. Okay, raise your right hand. You know, so you're raising your right hand. So what I do is sworn. And that puts in this parenthetical of this. Look what happens. I mark it, put it in, boom. Puts it in there. The witness, put her name, having been first duly sworn, testified as follows, and then sets it up. See how it does it? So these things are pretty neat. And those are called block files. Okay? Any questions about that? Guys, we covered a ton of stuff tonight again. If you have to, go back and look at the last couple of classes. One with the numbers for sure, and with this one, block files is important, okay? And we're gonna go over it more because once you start bringing your machines and we start doing it, that's when it gets really cool. You know, because we're gonna start doing it on your machines of the sworn, cram, dram for direct examination, cram for cross-examination, and it automatically puts it up there and sets it up. So it's pretty cool, okay? Any questions about that stuff? Okay. All right, that's gonna be class tonight. I still have a recording.